Imagine for a moment a secret weapon. One that doesn't just cut through daily stress, but actually sharpens your mind, boosts your energy, and unlocks, well, a deeper sense of joy.
And the fascinating part, it's found entirely outside the demands of your work.
Right. What if true productivity and well-being weren't really about pushing harder, but about strategically stepping away and maybe just playing?
Sounds almost paradoxical, doesn't it? But yeah, today we're taking a deep dive into the profound, often underestimated impact hobbies have on your health, your mind, and really your spirit.
And what's really compelling about this, I think, is that the evidence isn't just anecdotal. We've pulled together some cutting-edge research alongside incredibly relatable personal stories and expert advice. Our mission for you today is basically to unpack why finding joy and recharging outside of work isn't merely a luxury, but actually an absolutely essential investment in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely essential.
We're going to try and uncover the surprising facts and, practical nuggets that reveal just how transformative hobbies can be, regardless of your interests or where you are in life.
So let's peel back the layers on this. A good place to start is probably the undeniable benefits. How exactly hobbies can, profoundly reshape your inner world.
That's a crucial starting point. Because in our fast-paced world where stress and burnout often feel like, constant companions, hobbies offer a profound counterbalance.
Greatly. They act as a vital, almost neurological break from those daily stressors.
A break, yeah.
When you immerse yourself in something you genuinely enjoy, your brain gets to shift focus completely away from worries and anxieties. It leads to a much-needed emotional and cognitive reset.
Okay, and what's truly insightful here is that the science actually backs this up.
Oh, emphatically. There was a compelling study, I think it was 2016, in the Journal of Positive Psychology. It found that individuals who regularly engaged in creative hobbies, even for short bursts, reported feeling significantly happier, more relaxed, and more energetic the very next day.
Wow, the next day.
Yeah. So this isn't just about temporary distraction. It's about active mental recovery. Think of it as sort of a forced defrag for your brain, clearing out the clutter so your cognitive processor can run better.
Right, cleaning up the mental desktop.
Exactly. And this makes hobbies a really powerful antidote to burnout, which, as we know, is often this insidious, slow buildup of emotional and mental stress. It leads to that profound sense of exhaustion, feeling completely drained. Hobbies help keep your mind, agile and relaxed, enabling you to return to demanding tasks with far greater focus and renewed energy.
It goes deeper than just giving your brain a break, you're saying. There's a powerful neurochemical thing happening too.
Absolutely. Hobbies actively trigger the release of endorphins, your body's natural internal mood lifters.
Feel-good chemicals.
Right. And they aren't just feel-good chemicals. They actively decrease symptoms of anxiety and depression and significantly lower your perceived stress levels.
So you actually feel less stressed.
Precisely. Consider something as simple as laughter, for example. It has documented positive effects not just on mood, but on physical health too, actually improving immunity and even providing a degree of natural pain relief.
That's amazing.
And we've encountered some truly moving stories that really embody this. I recall one individual sharing how taking up cross-stitching during their dialysis sessions completely transformed that experience for them.
How so?
Well, instead of just trying to sleep through it, feeling unproductive, they felt engaged. The simple act didn't just give them something meaningful to do, it actually sparked conversations and built connections within the dialysis community. It turned a difficult medical necessity into a time of quiet productivity and kind of unexpected social bonding.
Wow.
And another person who was struggling with self-consciousness found that pottery, literally getting their hands dirty, helped them become more comfortable with making mistakes. And surprisingly, they gained this newfound confidence that actually rippled into their professional life.
So these aren't just pastimes, they're almost like therapeutic pathways.
That's a great way to put it. They really can be.
Okay, so we're talking about giving your brain a genuine reset, boosting your mood, even therapeutic benefits. But here's where it gets truly fascinating, maybe even a bit counterintuitive. Engaging in hobbies can dramatically boost your productivity and innovation.
Right. Most of us are conditioned to think, I need to work more to get more done.
Exactly. But strategically, stepping away from work actually enhances your overall output. Hobbies prevent that mental fatigue and burnout, allowing you to return to tasks not just refreshed, but genuinely more focused and, effective.
How does that actually work in practice? It seems contradictory.
Well, simply carving out dedicated time for a hobby forces you, in a way, to become more efficient with your overall schedule. You learn to manage your hours better when you have something personally enriching to fit in.
Okay, better time management. Makes sense.
And beyond that, creative hobbies, whether it's drawing, writing, cooking, maybe digital art creation, they stimulate entirely different neural pathways in your brain.
Right, it's like cross-training for the mind.
Exactly. That kind of cross-training fosters a more agile mind, leading directly to more innovative thinking and more creative problem-solving in your professional settings.
And the benefits aren't just confined to traditionally creative things, right?
No, not at all. Activities that demand deep concentration, like, say, knitting or mindfulness meditation, or even complex puzzles, they're essentially training your brain to focus.
Yeah.
That sharpened attentional skill directly translates to improved concentration and sustained attention during your work hours. You're literally building a stronger, more focused brain for your job while doing something you love.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the broader landscape of innovation, you just have to think about those 20% time policies, like at Google and 3M.
Oh yeah, famous examples.
They weren't just being nice. They explicitly encouraged employees to dedicate a chunk of their work week to personal projects, interests outside their main job.
And it worked, didn't it?
It really did. This approach led directly to groundbreaking innovations like Gmail and Post-it notes. It just powerfully illustrates that personal passions aren't distractions. They are potent catalysts for professional innovation.
So it's not just about taking a break. It's strategic mental cross-training.
Precisely.
But the magic doesn't stop with just our minds, does it? Often these activities quietly weave in profound benefits for our physical health too, sometimes without us even realizing we're working out.
That's so true. Many hobbies naturally incorporate physical activity, which directly impacts everything from, maintaining a healthy weight and improving cardiovascular health to strengthening muscles and bones.
And even those physical movements activate specific beneficial parts of the brain.
Absolutely. Think about activities like yoga, walking, or dancing. They don't just elevate your heart rate. They offer unique, sort of holistic ways to release physical and mental tension, promoting incredible mental clarity. Yoga, for instance, it masterfully combines breath control, meditation, physical postures, offering both deep relaxation and strength. A simple walk reconnects you with nature, a powerful antidote to screen fatigue, and just inherently clears your mind.
Always feel better after a walk.
Exactly. And dancing. It's just a joyful, expressive way to let loose, move your body, burn calories while cutting stress. Even something like martial arts blends intense physical activity with rigorous discipline and sharp mental focus, building both profound confidence and remarkable physical and mental resilience.
Okay, so we've covered the profound individual benefits, mental, cognitive, physical. But what happens when you share that passion, that spark with others? The impact of hobbies on our connections and our growth? That's equally transformative.
Oh, definitely. They are an incredibly powerful antidote to loneliness, especially now in a world where digital stuff often overshadows real human interaction.
So true.
Think about joining a book club, maybe a group fitness class, an adult sports league like pickleball, which is everywhere now, or even a beginner's dodgeball league, or volunteering in your local community.
Yeah.
These aren't just activities. They are direct ways to connect with like-minded people. You build genuine friendships, often creating unforgettable shared memories that become, the fabric of your life outside of work.
That grounding connection.
Exactly. These shared experiences are incredibly grounding, emotionally effective. They really foster deep camaraderie and a supportive community. We heard this wonderful story about someone who joined a roller derby league in their 30s.
Roller derby. Wow.
Yeah, and not only met their closest friends, but ended up traveling all over the country with them. Another person found that whitewater kayaking introduced them to a completely new circle of friends who, refreshingly, never talked about work or politics. Just a true escape.
That sounds amazing. And what's truly liberating, I think, is how hobbies help us kind of obliterate that pervasive too old mentality.
Ugh, yes. How many times have you heard someone say, "Oh, I'm too old to learn that," or "I'm too old to try something new"?
All the time.
But countless personal stories completely debunk this. We've seen people confidently start snowboarding and sailing at 40, embrace padel tennis at 50, gracefully take up ballet at 29.
Ballet at 29.
Yeah, dive into scuba diving at 51, pick up the guitar at 50 or 56, even ride their first wave surfing at 50. It's never too late.
That really busts the myth, which leads to a crucial distinction, doesn't it? Are we aiming for mastery or just enjoyment?
Exactly. The true, enduring value of a hobby lies fundamentally in the enjoyment it brings, not necessarily in becoming an expert or achieving, like, competitive perfection.
Right.
It's perfectly okay, even encouraged, to simply suck at it, as long as the process is fun and relaxing for you. The goal is personal fulfillment, a sense of play, not external validation.
That takes the pressure off.
Totally. We heard from an adult learning dance who described how their studio cultivated this incredibly supportive environment. They said, everyone is so encouraging of each other. We're really just having fun. That spirit of joy and acceptance is the very core of what makes hobbies so powerful.
I love that. And for anyone thinking hobbies are just a personal escape, think again. They can actually be incredible career enhancers.
Absolutely. The skills you organically develop through a hobby often don't just complement, but significantly enrich your academic and professional pursuits.
Yeah.
It's not about balancing work and hobbies as if they're opposing forces.
Right, like they're fighting each other.
Yeah. It's more about integrating them for a more holistic, effective view.
Okay, so how tangible are these transferable skills?
Oh, incredibly tangible and versatile. Take dancing, for example. Beyond the fitness, it teaches teamwork, discipline, adaptability, leadership, even creative problem solving on the fly. We saw an amazing example of a student who became a hip-hop teacher, and they leveraged all those skills directly into starting their own successful business. Or think about writing. It sharpens communication, refines storytelling, cultivates empathy, all invaluable for fields like journalism, marketing, crafting persuasive business proposals. Even starting a blog as a, zero-cost hobby can sometimes blossom into a full career.
And the list goes on, right? I mean, gaming.
Yes. Gaming, believe it or not, develops sophisticated strategic thinking, rapid decision-making, often requires complex collaboration, all highly valued in tech, entrepreneurship, innovation.
Okay. Photography.
Enhances creativity, sharpens technical expertise, builds networking skills. Useful for branding, marketing, impactful presentations. We even heard about someone whose photography hobby started simply in the military and eventually inspired them to go get a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree later in life.
That's incredible. Even something like cooking.
Oh, yeah. Cooking cultivates an incredible attention to detail, impeccable time management, and a deep well of patience, all perfectly transferable to demanding roles in event planning, hospitality, project management.
So these activities aren't just diversions. They're basically training grounds.
Exactly. They teach resilience, complex problem solving, adaptability qualities, universally valued by employers pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
In fact, many forward-thinking employers are now actually encouraged to support employee hobbies because they recognize that direct link to overall well-being, increased creativity, and enhanced productivity. It really is a win-win.
Okay, so by now, we hope you're not just convinced of the power of hobbies, but maybe excited to find your perfect one. But how do you actually, get started?
Good question. We've got some practical tips and some real-world inspiration to guide you. First, maybe consider your energy levels and the nature of your work.
Right, like if your job is physically demanding.
Exactly. A quiet, contemplative hobby like journaling, painting, or just reading might be the ideal fit to help you wind down and restore.
Okay.
But if your work is mostly sedentary, stuck at a desk, something active like hiking, dancing, or even a sport could be a fantastic complement to get your body moving and your mind stimulated differently.
Makes sense. What else?
It's also really helpful to reflect on your authentic interests. Think back to what truly captivated you as a child, or what you gravitated towards during less busy times. Chances are those interests might still hold value.
Digging up old passions.
Yeah. And a crucial point, you absolutely don't need expensive equipment or hours each day to begin. Even just 20 minutes a few times a week can make a significant, noticeable difference.
Start small.
Exactly. And so many enriching hobbies are incredibly inexpensive, or even free. Running or walking, exploring local trails, board games from the library, singing, dancing in your living room, writing a blog costs nothing. Learning a language on free apps, listening to podcasts.
Like this one?
Oh, right. Or adult coloring, drawing with just a pencil. The barrier to entry is often way lower than we imagine.
And don't be afraid to cast a wide net. Try something completely new.
Definitely. You might just stumble upon a passion you never knew you had. Think about niche things like geocaching, pickleball, or maybe a martial art like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The key is just openness. And once you do find something that clicks, joining a community, whether it's online forums, local clubs, meetup groups, that can dramatically boost your motivation, provide guidance, and really enhance the whole social experience. Shared passion is powerful.
Yeah. finding your tribe.
Exactly. And we've heard so many diverse and inspiring examples from real people putting this stuff into practice.
Like what?
Well, from the quiet, contemplative joy of bird watching from a window, which some people are even streaming online now to share with others, to the profound physical and mental challenge of powerlifting. An activity that for some has built such an incredible strength and discipline, it's even replaced anxiety medication.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Then there's the therapeutic, tangible satisfaction of crafting knitting, crocheting, diamond painting, or the intellectual stimulation from puzzles, jigsaw, crossword, Sudoku, or the rewarding journey of learning a new language. All fantastic for keeping the brain sharp.
And for the more adventurous.
Oh, we've seen people embrace life-altering experiences, like starting scuba diving at 51 and finding 20 new dive buddies.
51. That's great.
Or even skydiving, which some have found so profoundly therapeutic, it's also been reported to help with anxiety. Even simple things, like volunteering to pick up litter in your neighborhood, can be surprisingly bonding and fulfilling.
Yeah. Community action.
And finally, there's the deep satisfaction of disciplined practice, whether it's mastering a musical instrument or dedicating yourself to martial arts, which can sometimes lead to performing or even career opportunities.
Right.
And for those who love seeing tangible results, there's the practical creativity of gardening, even just a small kitchen herb garden, or diving into DIY home projects. That gives a real sense of achievement.
So many options.
Ultimately, a hobby is far more than just a way to pass the time. It is a profound strategic investment in your mental well-being, your physical health, and your overall effectiveness in life. It serves as that vital, often underestimated counterbalance to the relentless demands of everyday life. It helps you actively combat burnout, spark surprising innovation, build truly meaningful connections, and just rediscover genuine, unadulterated joy in the process.
And this is maybe the most important takeaway. It truly doesn't matter how old you are when you start or how good you think you are at it.
Not at all.
As long as it brings you a sense of purpose or a burst of creative expression or simply uninhibited fun, you're already succeeding.
Absolutely. So as you reflect on your week, we want to leave you with this provocative thought. What hidden interest, what dormant curiosity, what activity, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, have you been neglecting?
Yeah, what might be the key to unlocking a more vibrant, more recharged, and truly joyful version of you, entirely outside the demands of your work?
Something to think about.
We truly hope this deep dive has sparked something within you and inspired you to explore the incredible, transformative world of hobbies. Until next time, keep diving deep into what makes you feel alive.